Hello and welcome back to the fourth lecture of week 3. I hope you have been enjoying learning English grammar for employability. Today we shall proceed to discuss another useful topic of English language, that is narration. Mostly we say direct and indirect speech. The word direct is spoken as direct in British English, while in American it is pronounced as direct, stressing on the second syllable rect. Well, you know, in communication, be it written or oral, there are some situations in which we need to describe an event or an action that happened, and very often that includes repeating what someone said. Such occasions can include a social situation as well as a work, email or presentation. In order to describe what people said, there are two different types of speech, direct speech and indirect speech. Let's know about direct speech. Reporting the message of the speaker in the exact word as spoken by him. For example, here is a sentence. Mike said to Mohan, I shall help you in your work. Well, you see, we use comma and inverted comma for stating a statement in direct speech. Remember, first part, that is Mike said to Mohan here, is a reported verb. And the statement within the inverted comma, I shall help you in your work, is a reported speech. Let's know about indirect speech. Reporting the message of the speaker in our own words is known as indirect speech. For example, the same sentence we are taking. Mike told Mohan that he would help him in his work. Well, what do you notice here in the second sentence? You see, we changed three important things here. The first is reported verb. The second is the tense of the reported speech. The third one is pronoun or person of the sentence. To understand narration, it is mandatory to learn some rules. To make it more comprehensive, here are some important rules. And these rules are common to all types of sentences, such as assertive sentences, interrogative sentences, imperative and exclamatory sentences. These rules include change in tense, change in person, and parts of speech. Let's see change in tense. The tense of the reported speech doesn't change if the reported verb, means the first part of the sentence, is in present or in future. For example, he says to me, I am completing my work. Here you see reported verb, he says, is in present tense. So the tense of the reported speech will not change. And except it, person and the other parts of speech will change accordingly. Now the changed sentence now. He tells me that he is completing his work. The verb in reported verb is changed as tells. Pronoun I is changed into he, and possessive pronoun my is changed into his. But the tense of the reported speech changes if the reported verb in past tense. For example, here is a sentence. He said to me, I have completed my work. Now you see the first part, reported verb is in past tense. So the tense of the reported speech will change. And it will change like this. He told me that he had completed his work. Now see the table of tense change. It is very important. You see that in direct speech and indirect speech, the tense change according to this table. For example, present indefinite into past indefinite, present continuous, past continuous, present perfect, past perfect. Past simple will be changed into past perfect, means past indefinite into past perfect. Past continuous will change into past perfect continuous. So this is a table. Let's see the person change. First person pronoun in reported speech are always changed according to the subject of the reported speech. The second person pronoun in reported speech are changed according to the object of the reported speech. Third person pronoun in reported speech are not changed. You can remember this with the formula, change in person, and this is the formula you see on the screen. Let's see the change in person. It is a common rule to all types of sentences. Within the reported speech, the person changes as per the SON formula. SON, first, second, third formula. First person changes according to the subject, second person changes according to the object, and third person there is no change. Now let's take some sentences. Sachin said to Seema, I shall buy some books. Now this will change as Sachin told Seema that he would buy some books. Here in this sentence, the pronoun in reported speech is changed according to the subject, Sachin, in reported verb. Let's take the another sentence. Manish told me you should do your duty. Manish told me that I should do my duty. Here in this sentence, you see, the pronoun you in reported speech is changed according to the object me in reported verb, means the first part of the sentence. Let's take the another sentence. Sham told me she will do her work. Here you see this sentence will change into indirect speech as Sham told me that she would do her work. Here in this sentence, the pronoun is not changed because she is a third person and doesn't require any change. Another important rule is in change of parts of speech. Let's see the table. Let's see assertive sentences first. Assertive sentences make or declare a statement, give information about something. Say, tell are used in reported verb in assertive sentences, and they generally remain unchanged in indirect speech, while say to or says to changes to tell or tells. After omitting the inverted comma, the reported verb and reported speech are always connected with that conjunction. Let's take the another sentence. Mike said, I am not feeling well today. Mike said that he was not feeling well that day. Now today is changed into that day. He said, I will go to the police station. He said that he would go to the police station. Let's take another sentence. Lucy said to Deepu, I had money in my wallet. Lucy told Deepu that he had money in his wallet. Let's take the another sentence on the screen. They said, we are participating in the competition. Now the indirect of this sentence would be, they said that they were participating in the competition. Now let's take the another one. Madhu said to Meera, we are going to be late. Now, indirect of this sentence is Madhu told Meera that they were going to be late. Now, this is the indirect of this sentence. Let's see interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences ask questions, and to change them into indirect speech, we follow the following rules. First is, reported verb is changed according to the expression, asked or inquired or anything else. We have two main kinds of interrogative sentences. It is mandatory to know these two kinds. We have generally two main kinds of interrogative sentences. Those which start with an auxiliary verb such as is, am, are, was, were, do, did, etc. And the another which start with a question word such as what, why, when, where, how, etc. The first category of interrogative sentences beginning with an auxiliary verb are changed into indirect speech by using the connectives if or whether. Remember, for comma and inverted comma, we use if or whether. The reported verb said or said to is changed into asked or queried or inquired, questioned, etc. Question mark is erased and sentence is changed into simple. For example, are you unwell? That is interrogative sentence. So before you change the sentence into indirect speech, you have to make it simple, like you are unwell. For example, let's see this through an example. She said to me, are you unwell? So we will change the sentence into indirect speech as she asked me if I was unwell. Full stop. No question mark. Now let's take the another sentence. She said to me. She said to him, am I to wait for you till eternity? She asked if she was to wait for him till eternity. In case interrogative sentence start with a question word, the second category, as what, why, when, where, how, etc. We don't use to connect the reported verb and reported speech, because these question word automatically serves as connectors, and we cannot use two connectors in a sentence at the same place. Now let's see examples. She said to him, who are you? Now change the sentence into indirect speech. You see, she asked him who he was. Let's take another sentence. I said to him, were you present at the meeting yesterday? Now the indirect of this sentence would be said to will be changed into asked. Whether will be used because it is started with helping verb where, okay, and the tense will be changed into had been, perfect continuous tense. So the indirect of this sentence would be I asked him whether he had been present at the meeting the previous day. Yesterday will be changed into previous day. Now let's take some of the sentences and some of the errors. In the examination, sometimes a sentence is asked through 4 multiple choice alternatives, and we have to pick out the right one. Okay, let's take the another one. This is the sentence in front of you. Try to find the correct sentence out of these alternatives. Well, let's take the first one. Mansi said, I arrived at the workshop an hour ago, but nothing much is happening here. Well, here in the sentence, sad will remain sad because there is no object after it. That will be used and the tense will be changed from past indefinite to past perfect. Present continuous will be changed into past continuous in the second sentence. And the word here will be changed into there. So according to this rule, option D is right. It is Rashmi said that she had arrived at the workshop an hour before, but nothing much was happening there. Now let's take the another sentence that is on the screen. Sanju said to me, I can speak Sanskrit. Well, what do you see in this sentence? You see that the sentence is assertive. So use that as a connector to connect. Change said to into told. Can into could. Pronoun I will be changed according to SON formula. According to subject Sanju, it will be changed. For Sanju, pronoun he will be used in place of I. Now you see, as per these rules, option C is right, which is Sanju told me that he could speak Sanskrit. Let's take the another sentence. My neighbor said, we are organizing a cleaning program in the colony tomorrow. Well, in this sentence, in case of assertive sentence, connector that will be used, and the tense will change into corresponding tense. So, option A according to this is right. My neighbor said that they were organizing a cleaning program in the colony the next day. Let's take the another sentence that is on the screen. The coach said to the players, have you prepared well for the finals? Where you have helping verb just in the beginning to ask the questions. If or whether these are used, either you will use if or whether in place of inverted commas. Have will be changed into had. Tense will become simple. So option D according to this is right. That is, the coach asked the players if they had prepared well for the finals. Let's take the another sentence now that is on the screen. Mukesh says, I'm glad to be here this morning. Well, what do you see in this sentence? The reported verb is in present tense. Remember, this is in present tense, says. The tense of reported speech now will not change. Other changes like pronoun I will be changed according to the subject. Mukesh means he. The word here will change into there. So according to this rule, this sentence would be Mukesh says that he is glad to be there that morning. So option B is right here. Tense of the second sentence will not change. Now let's take the another sentence you see on the screen. Our class teacher said to the students, ice floats on water. Well, this sentence is all about a fact that is a universal truth. It is a fact that ice floats on water. So tense will not change in that case where we have universal truth or any fact or any statement. We never change the tense. Now the right option would be option C, which is our class teacher told the students that ice floats on water. So option C is right here. Let's see another sentence on the screen. A man said, "What time will the train reach Bhopal?" Can you opt the right option? Simple. Reported verb is in past, so said will be changed into asked. If or whether will not be used because a reported speech starts with a question word. Tense will change into corresponding tense, means will into would. So according to this, the correct option is option D. Yes, a man asked what time the train would reach Bhopal. Now let's come to the another sentence. She said to her students, "Would you like to go outdoor for the yoga classes?" Read the given alternatives. Which one is suitable? Well, change said to into asked. Make the tense simple and change its tense. Use if or whether. Change the pronoun you as per the object, that is students, means into they. Now as per these rules, option A is right. She asked her students whether they would like to go outdoors for the yoga classes. Now let's take the another sentence. One of my friends said to me, "We are to leave for temple early." Well, it's simple, but here is something important to know. That is, the pronoun we remain unchanged when the object me is used or it is included in the subject. All other changes will be usual as the previous sentences we have been learning. Now, out of these four options, option C is correct. One of my friends told me that we were to leave for the temple early. Now let's take the another sentence. This is very important sentence and problems are generally in this form as this sentence contains. A famous newspaper said, "We are not responsible for any error." Now, what should be the right option? Well, like the previous sentence, it's simple. But again, here is something important to know and to note down. And that is, the pronoun we changes into it when it is used for newspaper or any organization. Remember this. All other changes will be as usual as you have been learning or you have learnt already. Now, out of these four options, option C is right. So, we have completed part 1 of direct and indirect speech, and by now we have learned some basics along with their current patterns and correct uses. Now you have learned some important tips and techniques also to detect errors in the uses of narrations. and these will help you out in your competitive examinations. But it is prudent to make more practice and mug up all these narrations, because in the forthcoming video lecture we shall discuss the another part of narrations. So stay tuned and enjoy learning. Thank you.